Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fifth edition of IIPC Talks, where we bring different alumni from different walks of life who have excelled vastly in their career. Now, before we begin this very exciting session with Mr. Saurabh Kumar, sir, who has joined in right from Australia, I just want a quick confirmation from anyone who's watching us to comment that whether we are audible or not. Once I get that confirmation, we shall begin the session right away. In the meanwhile, I'd like to quickly introduce the three secretaries of the student body of IIPC Cell. Our additional secretary is Mr. Abhinav Ghosh from EC final year. We have two joint secretaries. One is Arku Bandipadhyay from electrical final year. And lastly, myself, Abhishek Singh from CSC final year. Let me just check the comments once. As soon as I get a confirmation that whether we are audible or not, we shall begin. Just checking for the confirmation. I think we are live now and we are audible as well. So, first of all, a very warm welcome, Saurabh Bhaiya. And thanks a lot for coming out from your busy schedule and joining us from Australia. We had already mentioned in poster that for viewers, I'm telling this that we had already mentioned in our poster that he has worked across locations in Middle East and Australia, India, and UK as well. However, his list of achievements is vast, so I had to note them down. He is currently a business analyst in Suncorp, Australia. He has been a senior consultant in Wipro. He's also an active vlogger on YouTube. He has been a senior analyst in HSBC. And along with working as a business analyst and a business process consultant at Leeds of UK, that is England, and London, he has worked with TCS, Citibank, MasterCard, and many other notable MNCs. So I'll start from the beginning of the career. Right after you completed graduation from IT in 2010, after 2 years of joining TCS, you decided to pursue MBA. So what was the major factor in taking this decision of pursuing MBA after 2 years of joining TCS?
Okay, thanks for this vast introduction. And
Pleasure.
the main thing is like I'm glad you know that I took IT as a major. That is not being highlighted much. So yeah, thanks for that. So talking about joining MBA after pursuing 2 years of TCS, so I would say like there's not much relation between both of them. So I would say like joining TCS from Kalyani Government Engineering College, which is kind of that is the major recruiter. It's a great way to start your career from Tata Consultancy Services. You will get to learn a lot how to be in a professional life apart from the normal development and whichever field you get into or testing. You will get to learn a lot about the work culture and everything. And being one of the largest IT companies and a very ethical company, there is a lot to explore. And the second part, I said like both are different in the sense because MBA since beginning I wanted to pursue. So I would say like maybe from third year itself, I wanted to like pursue. I knew like okay, this is the thing which I wanted to be in. So I apart from the normal college life, I also prepared for that. But like it takes some time to boil down to things. You have to give cat, you have to score well, and get find the right college for you. And so that took some time. And after that I was because it was a dream for me. MBA was a dream, to be frank. It was not by compulsion or just because I have to do it because everyone is doing it. So it was not like engineering, but MBA was my dream. So that I was able to crack and finally joined in. After working for 2 years, I had to resign that and join. Yeah.
Okay. Glad that you mentioned CAT. Well, a significant portion of our current batch also have given CAT, and we observed that significant portion of the current batch is inclined towards the management field. So, what would you suggest to an engineer fresher who wants to excel in management field? Given that many of us have given CAT and will get good results from the current batch.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Our college, KGEC, is having really great talent. Maybe the college is not that much highlighted, but it is having really great talent, because even the my batchmates who passed out along with me, they are at really great positions across the globe, and within
Mhm.
India, they are at a really reasonable place. So now talking about the cat and what to pursue, and as you said, like a lot of people have, a lot of students have filled it this year. I would like to say that it should be by your choice. You would have thought, so if you are in fourth year and you would have already given a cat or gate, whatever best suits you. And after that, once you get like the results are out, you will definitely be choosing the best what you get. That is what should be the expectation from everyone. It should not be like I if I don't get the top one, then I will people, there are people like that also, but I'll say like whatever best you get, if you feel like you join this year, then definitely go for it. And there are questions even after joining MBA. I have seen like there are two categories of people: one who are experienced and the one who are freshers. So I would say like there are organizations after passing from your MBA, there are organizations who are looking for both the kind of people: those who are fresh graduates, maybe fresh engineers, and then immediately joining MBA, and the other set of recruiters who are looking for those who have some experience prior to joining their MBA. So don't think about that in that angle. And main thing is like when you stay confident, and MBA teaches you a lot. So in engineering, I remember like giving one presentation in front of the class would have been like a big thing. Like, okay, I have to prepare a lot and all. And in MBA, it is like daily you have to present in front of the class in such a way that uh, you will not prepare many times. You will just go there, you know the topic, you will just speak like what is the gist, and what is required. So uh, so that
Means
is
in MBA
mhm.
to engineering.
Pardon, what did you say?
I would think that this presentation thing happens more frequently in MBA as compared to engineering.
Definitely in engineering, I don't think apart from one, hardly few classes were there in which I had. If yeah, if there are a lot many opportunities in engineering too. For example, you have your different roles and responsibilities as a class representative, um, or and you have lot many committees and all. So if you are
Mhm.
active and involved everywhere, and if not being involved, at least participate in all those activities, then you are growing as a individual, which will help you down the line. These are small things. It's not only about the studies. Study is definitely important. You have to work hard and smart as well to get some decent marks. But apart from that, there are extracurricular activities which a student need to build in themselves. So in, for example, for me, I know there are now everything has evolved so much that now I can talk face to face. 10 years back, that facility was not there to us. We don't know like what to do. I even don't know like after joining the IT organization what kind of work I'll be doing. Even after pursuing MBA also, I was like, we were not told. We knew like something like that can happen, but what is the exact thing which is happening, that we were not aware. So I would say like, yeah, uh, for those, now coming to the actual question which you had, which I've already answered. So to end that part, like, okay, yeah, so if you have given cat and if you are going to give it, maybe you are in third year, first year, second year, so you can think according to your maybe skills and what you want to be in life. You can choose your career accordingly. It's not like I would say like everyone go and do MBA. I'll say like if you are good at maybe coding and everything, you may go for gate exams. If you are more into management, you go for cat. And if you feel like, no, I'm ready, job ready, just do it. uh, Join whatever organization you to start your career with. And this is the time where you can experiment. So this is the time in your career. you can experiment anytime, but this is the best time to experiment, because even if you fall somewhere, and you can rise again and again. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I particularly like the last bit where you said that this is the best for experimentation because
Yeah.
we will have many chances this period of time. For viewers, while we continue this session, I'd request for everyone watching that if you have any kind of doubt or tips or suggestions that you want to ask Mr. Saurav Bhaiya, uh, kindly comment it right away and we shall put it up with Bhaiya, Saurav Bhaiya. Moving on to our next question. You were also the founder of Innovative Article, and within a short span of just 2 years, that website had garnered around 19,000 visitors, right? So, what would your advice be to someone who wants to go on similar ventures, like someone who wants to build his own website? What would your
Okay.
advice?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I would try to not boast about myself, but still, I will say like it was a great learning experience for me. I started it
Hmm.
around end of first year of MBA, or somewhere around that. And in engineering, you have like, even if you study at the last moment, like exam is there 1 month before, or even 15 days before, you study and you're good to go. But MBA, every 45 days we used to have exams. So it is like
Oh,
exams are there every 45 days. You have mid, and then after 45 days it's a term. So everyone, most of the colleges in India follow the same pattern. So in that,
exams happen more frequently over there.
yeah, more frequently. And apart from exam, I said like extracurricular activities, so there will be a lot of clubs
Okay.
and committees to learn from. There will
Hmm.
be a committee who will talk to alumni, like you are communicating to me through IIPC cell. There will be committee who will organize all those cultural events. Cultural committee will be there. There will be some drama committee. There will be, and everything is important. It's not like it's a drama committee, so it is not that important. It will organize events. It will involve everyone. Those who organize, they will learn how to maybe do some marketing so that people join their event, and those who participate, they will also have their own skills. For example, I was there in placement committee, so whatever organization we need to bring into the college, I had to interact with them. And those, you are not like, you have to prove yourself to get into those clubs and committees based on lot many rounds of interviews and discussions with your seniors, and even in some committees you have to talk to the teachers, professors. So now coming to innovative articles, so it was like you have to do lot many things, and after that you want to pursue something which you feel like should be the right thing to do at that point of time. So I started that innovative article. It was a kind of website where, in very brief, I can say like I wanted it to be a hub of all the fresh ideas throughout the globe, where we can people can write and submit their articles. So that was the thing which I wanted to. And within couple of months, I had gained a lot many responses and emails and every thing throughout. I expected it like it could be B schools and engineering college, but it went global. I had advertised in Dare to Compete website so that people can know about that. So everything I did. So it was, and now I was the only one. I tried to involve few people, but it was getting too much for me. And I had to take a decision that okay, whether to go for this or and try to enlarge it and see. It's a kind of entrepreneurship, you can say. And the second thing was like, go for the job what you had. So I will not say like going for job or going for this would have been a right decision. For me, everyone has a different circumstances, different constraints, different opportunities in their lives. So you have to take a right decision, and I took for me the other way, and I had to stop that thing, that website. And because I won't do justice if I just drag it. I won't I would have not done justice to what my vision was for that particular entrepreneurship.
From what I understand a bit, I understand that making a website and then marketing it are two different things. So initially you said that when you have made that website and you initially advertised it on Dare to Compete and similar websites. In the later phase, say after 6 months, in the remaining 1.5 years, was the reach only organic or did you spend a bit on advertising and marketing?
No. I I did marketing like every month on similar websites, as I said, and apart from that, I also had it on maybe Facebook was at that point of time the major player, and LinkedIn was and Instagram was just evolving. So that was my main channel, and apart from that, word of mouth plays a lot to like if I say someone whom I know, like something like that I have done. So maybe if you want, so it happened in such a way like the responses I got was overwhelming, and it was too much for me to do justice. Like I got lot many articles. I cannot publish anything randomly. I have to do a plagiarism check, like whether it is authentic or it is copied from somewhere. Then I have to make it in a proper format. Then in the website, you have to put in the right place. After that, you have to choose the theme and everything. And once the that placement is done, you have to have your in the websites you have all those options. So it is related to science fiction, or it is related to travel, or it is related to something technical and management. So you have to so
Categorizing it into the
different and it is like you have started it. So initially you will just start it, then you will have multiple things. Then uh, it was good experience for me, but it was too much for me because I had I found something better, so I had to stop that. Yeah.
so coming again, you have worked in India for a significant of time, a period of time. Then you have worked in Middle East and UK and now Australia. So what are the key cultural differences, work culture difference that you felt across these countries?
Okay, so from starting from India, yes. I when I joined TCS, I the first company, the first location I got was Chennai, and okay, so I will not I will let me talk more of a positive on a positive side. So I got Chennai. It was a good experience for me. So it you have to so across the globe also that will happen. Like you may land up into a place where the language which you speak is different from the language which that particular people from that particular place speak. So English could be the language in which both of you can interact. So this was a good place for me to interact day in day out in English. And uh, and uh, one more thing was like across India, I had been to lot many places like Bangalore. I worked in Pune, Maharashtra, and these if you change place, that means your project has changed. Might be one of the project got finished and you got into a different one. You got to know different people. You have different people in your office colleagues. Apart from that, you have different clients, so you have different people to interact from people across globe. So the exposure will increase. So one thing what I did was like after engineering I was very flexible to like location was never a constraint for me. That's what in IT terms they will have that one tick box: is location a constraint for you? If you say no, then maybe you may go anywhere, and then it's free and you can explore. And apart from professional life, in personal life you have to do lot many things, be it India or outside. You have to search for place where you can live. You have to arrange everything by your own. Maybe at college also, people who are coming from in any college in India, where if you are not a native, if you're not coming from a native place where the college is, then you have to travel and manage lot many things. You may not get the
Along
hostels.
with accommodation as well.
Yeah, you may not get the hostels and everything. You have to arrange everything. So that is also very you sometimes you may get frustrated also, but that is interesting part. That is it is. You have to enjoy that and try to bring out the best. Now coming to the
It is a
culture.
part of the parcel.
Yeah, pardon.
It is a part of the parcel.
Yeah, it's part and parcel of the life. And talking about The work culture. So in India, yes. So I will talk about positive sides of the
Yes.
work culture in India as well as outside. And for the cons or the negative sides, maybe you can Google it. So, so positive, I'll say, like in India, what happens, like you have to interact with the clients who are abroad, maybe if the client is outside India. So there is a telephone or video conference could be a medium, because you will be just beginning your career, then maybe video calls may not be that frequent. So you have to know people by their voices and try to being a developer or a tester in the beginning of the career, you have to get the requirements from the team who is maybe on site, and then try to understand. So you would have seen like what is the requirement and what is built at the end, they should match. So we have lot many memes in the market that something like the X is the requirement and Y is the output, because there was some gap. So you have to bridge that gap. And okay, so by bridging the gap, I so this is what my role is currently as a business analyst. The role is
Yes.
like to bridge the gap between the development team and the client. So whatever client want to build, they will convey it to somebody, and that somebody is business analyst or a product owner, who will understand like what the overall functionality is, and then they will convert that particular requirement uh, into technical documentation, or you can say now there is agile everywhere. So you have to write user stories, acceptance criteria. Okay, I'm getting little technical, but okay, so what I would say, like being a developer and a tester, you should be learning about agile, waterfall, spiral, and lot many models in the college maybe. And agile is the one which everyone nowadays follows. Okay, I'll take a second of pause, and I'll say like while answering, I may be digressing away from the main question, but I will definitely answer that. But there are other things also which I wanted to convey through that. I'll continue with that. Okay, so that is how you have to manage your work when you are working in from India, for the client who is outside. And there could be clients where you will get it, the clients are home clients. Uh, so in that case, you may have to go at their office and work for them. And the culture is good here also, in case of India, where you will get all the like-minded development team and some part of the management also residing at the same place. So you will have a bigger team, maybe you can say, some at in certain projects. So you will have great good opportunities here also. And when you are abroad, the work culture is like, um, when you are in India, it's a phone, you may receive it, you may be working at the same time or not, and all Skype meetings will be there. But when you are abroad, then the presence of mind is very important. Client will be in front of you, you have to be apt, and you have to be right at what you are saying and what you are doing. And
That means you have to be alert at all the moment.
Yes, yes. So that is important. And work culture wise, and clients are very friendly. So far, I have seen like clients are very friendly, and they will convey. They will try to, if you are new to any project, they will try to make you feel very comfortable and in the beginning, and then when you gel well with the team, and then you can work according to the project requirement. And they will have you will have fun at both, in India as well abroad. So there is no, like I'll say, like the kind of fun could be different. Maybe in India they will say like, let's go and play cricket and something, and here maybe they'll say let's go and play golf, something like that. So the choice would be different, but it is an experience. You will like that also, and this also, depending on what you want to be. And I would say like working across globe, I'll say like you should, if you want to explore, you can explore it, but at the end, we should take your own decision, not go by
Mm,
what I am saying, like this is good or that is bad. So that's why I'm saying, like, this is good also, that is good also. You have to take your own decision. That's why I'm talking about the positives. So maybe you have to, you may, so if you are homesick, then you may miss your family back in India, maybe. So and there are certain things which you may not get it here. So you have to take your own decision, and there are a lot many good things also about it, about being abroad. So apart from that, work culture, in the work culture, I can say that uh, the kind of food is also food plays a major role. Uh, that is
yes.
from the professional thing, but yeah, you are a vegetarian, you are a non-vegetarian, whether you
Mm,
drink, and also these also plays some factor, like
mm,
to gel well with the team. But people will respect you, like whatever, if even if you are a
oh,
vegetarian, and they will respect your choice. um,
mm,
so that is what is there. So that's what I can say about working abroad in India. And one more thing, you will get a lot many places to explore if you love traveling. For example, I when I was in UK, so
yes.
so yeah, I know 5 days would be working, but 2 days is yours, right? And the leaves are yours.
Yes.
So you may come up and explore other places. I was able to explore around 10 to 12 different countries in Europe. Uh, and
Okay.
it was very interesting journey for me also. So and in that case also, it will not come into a plate like, okay, this is the thing, you just eat it. No, you have to book your own itinerary, you have to plan your leaves, you have to focus on the work also, what is given at the organization, and prioritize. You have to prioritize, in short, everything, and
Yeah.
work towards what you want to do.
Mm.
uh, yeah, that's it, I'd say.
Okay. As you had mentioned about bridging the gap, I would also like to quickly mention that we here at IIPC also, one of our major objectives is to bridge the gap between academia and the industry. Well, moving on, as I had noticed, you are also an active vlogger on YouTube, and you're also an awesome working professional. So, how do you manage these two different roles and maintain the prioritization across different feeds?
Okay, so earlier, when I was in KGC, I started blogging. At that time, people didn't know, like, what is blogging. We used to write in pen and pencil, and that's it. Somebody will write some poem, something. But I
It
started.
wasn't that popular back then.
Yeah, so I was no, 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 not about popularity. So I started blogging at that particular time. So it was like, the website thing I told you, right?
Okay.
So because it was kind of, when you start blogging, right, lot many things will, okay, this is one thing, is blogging, you will just write the things. Second thing is, like,
Yes.
how you write it, how you present it, how you make it look more uh,
Yes.
presentable. So this way, you have to think also something if you want to write on, and you have to make it presentable also. So all these came. And okay, so now coming to the vlogging question which you have. Yes, I started it recently, around more than a year back. And I like video making, I learned first in KGEC only. That too, I'll give
Oh,
credit to KGEC. There was one friend of mine, who was into directing everything, and there was fests used to happen, right? So he
yes.
will cast people and give some roles and something, so that they can win some. There was some event which happened in a different, on a maybe West Bengal level, the whole West Bengal level, and they had to, competition was there. So in that it started. And a couple of things happened in between also in the last 10 years, but the major
Mm,
part started into 2019. So I wanted, like, I had certain thoughts in my mind, and I had something like, which will be like, which people can listen, can get motivated to. There are something which I experience in my professional life, maybe others are not aware, and they may learn something. The experience which I have as a business analyst, that is also there, which I wanted to share, which is not readily available in the market. People will be talking about all the definitions and tools and technologies, but what happens actually, like how you interact with people, what is the role you have to play in case when you have right versus right. So you have two managers, let's say this is he's also saying right, she is also saying right, and what to choose. So there are a lot many things. So I wanted to bridge that gap and build some positivity. So I thought, like, let's share it through my vlogging channel. I started with the name Simply Kumar, to make it very simple. So so in that, now you're talking, now the question, your exact question was like how you manage it. So for me, I give a challenge myself last year, that I will prepare one. Firstly, I will not say like everyone to follow what I do and what I don't do. Just listen to me. That's what I can say. So what I did was, like, I gave a challenge to myself that okay, I will prepare and upload one video daily. So that challenge I took, and approximately 3 months, I think, or some, I did it continuously. So there were some bad days also, but still I managed to do it. And so initially I just started like, okay, let's see what happens. So I gathered some ideas or some motivational things. I googled it also, to be practical. And later on, maybe after a couple of videos, main thing is what, like, people after listening to your story or listening to your practical experience, they should feel happy, and they should feel encouraged and motivated, or learn something from your experience. That is the main objective. So I started it, and gradually I started giving my own experiences, also sharing, and then my target keeps on changing. Now my target was like, okay, the vlogging I do, the video I prepare, I should do it in the minimum possible time. So what could be the minimum possible time? If your video is of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, it varies. Whatever is the X is the time, then another X you will take to listen to it, right? So maybe it is correct, not correct, something has gone wrong, and then another X you will take to upload it, any editing required, and just submit. So you will so you will take three times the time you took to prepare. So that is the minimum. But ideally, when you prepare it for the first time, second time, you will take hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours to make something perfect. But this is what uh, was my major thing, which helped me manage both professional as well as other, for professional, personal, and this passion. You can see all those three things together. Like, I tried to do it best in the minimum possible time. So that is what
Mhm.
was my, yeah, mantra.
Okay, we have a question from Ankan Chatterjee Bhaiya. He's a 2020 pass out.
Hmm.
He and of course already placed. He has
Hmm.
asked, how is business analysis different from a traditional MBA job role? I repeat, how is a business analysis different? I mean, business analyst role different from a traditional MBA job role? What are the key differences between them?
Uh, okay, so I think there is a gap. There is a gap in like understanding of traditional MBA job and the role of business analyst. That's what I wanted to bridge. Like, it's not like what it seems. So since beginning, since long time, business analyst role have been there. Uh,
Acha.
MBA is not about being a business analyst. That is also one thing. If people have myth like you are an MBA, you are a business analyst, I want to break it. In MBA, you will have lot many departments. You have marketing, you have finance, you have HR, you have operations. So these are the four major. Apart from that, also there will be something, and something related to IT is also there. So you have lot many fields, and based on that you will go into different positions. If you are into finance, maybe down the line you can be some very good, you can be into stock broking, you can be one of the best agents, you can be something very good in that area. If you are in, and you may be in coming back to IT organization also, working for their banking or financial clients. You can be looking into payrolls of your employees, managing the payrolls, like how the salary is being paid, what is done. If you are into HR, maybe something related to I can say, um, And I had a perception before joining MBA that HR is about uh, organizing fun events. That is not the case. That is not the case. HR is also having a lot of major role to play in the market. They have to manage the employees, manage people. That is the
Mhm.
biggest thing which you can do. Like they have to manage conflicts. They have to manage like about the salaries and the structures and what new can be done. How an employee can be trained and given an opportunity so that they can learn and do something great in their career. Okay, now coming to the business analyst role. So earlier, business analyst role has evolved. Firstly, I answered the first part that okay, it is not only about one particular job you will get after completing your MBA. Second thing is like
Yes.
business analyst role itself has evolved. Earlier, we had waterfall model in 2000s, you can say, then 2010, 12, and then then we moved from waterfall to agile model. Not everyone, but a lot of organization have, or more, there are more percentage of organization who are into agile than waterfall. And the roles have changed. Earlier I used to write in word file, I will write all those business requirement, function requirement, non-function requirement, then give it to developers. They will, so I will take my own time to discuss with client. It will take 1 month to complete those documentation. Another I will give it to designer to design, then to the architecture to architect, and then further it will come to the SDLC life cycle. You would have learned then development, requirements gathering, development, testing, and production. So it will follow its own time. And in agile world, what has happened is like now I don't need word file. So word file, if you have to do some, if there are some changes, you have to mail the entire team, okay, there has been change, then again entire team, there has been change in Excel sheet, something. But now everything is live. We have Jira as a major player, Atlassian as a major player. Atlassian is one of the organization who has tools such as Jira, Confluence. So it's like it's also kind of website only, you can say, internal, for internal use. So I can say like I got opportunity to work, started from blogging, did my own innovative article, and then coming to here also you have to word document everything, and then here coming to writing in Confluence. So all the writing things I got it. So it helped me evolve and become more matured. Anyways, I have answered that question of business analyst, so I'll
Yes.
take. Yeah, yeah.
Right. There's one more question from Aranya Jana. Is
Mhm.
from the 22 batch. He
Mhm.
asks, what kind of skills, especially coding related, should I master if I aspire to become a future business analyst? I repeat, what kind of skills, especially coding related, should I master if I aspire to become a future business analyst?
See, there is a gap. There is a gap. Okay, that's what business analysts need not know coding at all. They should know high level coding, like okay, these are the tools, something like this happens. And you can say the algorithm they should know somehow, like okay, this is how the algorithm works.
In a
That,
brief overview, right?
yeah, yeah, very brief overview. But main thing what we should be very good at is like knowing the domain. If I'm in financial domain, I should know like what every, how everything works. If it is a payment cycle, maybe a person when he or she swaps or tap, now we have Apple Pay, maybe tap through mobile, and how the that is linked to the person's card, and his issuing, his or her issuing bank, then how the merchant bank of the shopkeeper is being money is being transferred. How are the three phases: clearing, settlement, and authorization in the beginning. All three happens, and how the money get transferred end to end. And after that also there is a reconciliation by end of the day or end of certain. So there are, I told you what I had worked in that to a bit of it, like the functional aspect of a particular uh, domain I should be aware of, whichever domain I want to work in. So there is banking, there is finance, there is insurance, there is uh, sh- share market is there. In banking also you have retail banking, corporate banking. In retail banking also you have people sitting in the office. In retail banking you have people who are doing mobile banking, through internet banking. There are people who are using mobile app. So there is the area is very vast. And being a business analyst, you have lot many things to learn, but coding is not required. So
Mm.
if you want to in future, you have to so what you can do is like definitely when you join an IT organization, they will not say like, okay, come and be a business analyst. They may not do it, but you have to find the right people in the organization. I will not say like the manager only, but maybe the right people at the senior level whom you can convey your aspirations. And definitely
No.
the organizations are good in I have worked so far, wherever I have worked, they are really good. And I can say like, if you convey your
Mm.
aspiration, I want to be a business analyst, I want to be an architect, I want to be an whatever you want to be, you have to convey, or you want
Mm.
to travel there, or you want to go there. So you have to convey it to the right person. They will understand your point of view, and maybe when you are matured enough, maybe after 2 years, maybe few people I've seen like just in 2 3 years they are into business analyst role. And what they did was like they firstly, you are into coding and testing, so you will understand the very nitty-gritties of all the things which are happening in that particular project. And when you understand those and think from functional point of view, that okay,
Mm.
um, you may be like just preparing a UI of maybe your client is a e-commerce client, and you are just preparing something, Amazon's or Flipkart's of are your clients, and you are just preparing a UI, maybe adding to cart,
Mhm.
and doing the payment. That's small thing you are doing coding. But you will understand like how it happens, because Amazon and Flipkart, you guys would be doing a lot of shopping and you are very aware. But there could be some field, maybe mining, maybe healthcare. There could be some area where you may not be involved day in day out, but while coding and testing, you understand the larger picture, that okay, what is
Mhm.
happening all around. Then you would be in a very better stage of moving into this particular role, if you want to. Yeah.
So to sum it up, a brief overview of coding would do, but what's more important is knowing the end-to-end process and how these functionalities are interrelated to each other.
Yes, yes.
The right people, the right connection within your organization.
Right connection is required. If you have to convey your aspirations. Like if you don't ask for things every time, it will not come in plate, as I said earlier.
Mhm.
You have to be competitive enough, you have to fight for it. Maybe fight in the sense, you have to prove yourself, that is the right word, so that people will understand. Yeah.
Okay. It's already 11:52 here,
Yeah.
and we have been around here for around 50 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for answering queries. I think there are no more queries yet, and
Okay.
2020 has been good for most of us. But I hope with this session, all of those viewers who had joined us, they would have significantly gained and nurtured from your experience, and they will surely work with a better aim in the future. And yes, you will say something?
Yeah, I want to like I'll have my final words then.
Yeah,
Before
sure, sure.
end of the session, and before end of 2020, I would say like if you want to uh, so in life you work smart as well as hard, both. A mixture would be required. It's not like you just work day in day out and you will achieve something. Maybe you have to have a blend of a smart working and hard working. So that is one thing. um, don't go just by saying. Second thing I'll say, like you have to think, and not think one day, maybe think for 1 month or so, think for some time, and choose
Mhm.
the right career for you. And if you, even
Mhm.
if you're not getting in the beginning, as I said in the said earlier, it's the best time to experiment. Although you can experiment
Yes.
anytime. The founder of KFC, they opened KFC. He opened KFC in the late 60s or 70s of age. And
Great.
there are a lot of examples which happened in during late time. But I would say like um, experiment. Feel free to experiment. Choose the right career for me. What makes you happy? That would be the best thing, rather than going for something which you don't want, or which others say like is good. That is one thing. And and lastly, I would say like, yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, then feel free to get in touch. I have professionally, you can get in touch through my LinkedIn profile. and I would be happy to answer based on my timing. There would be time zone difference, definitely, because it's 4:24 p.m. over here, right? So there could be time zone difference, but I will make sure, like, try, and I'll try to answer if I know the answer, or may refer to people who knows the answer. So that is what the best I can do. And in future, given a chance, I would definitely try to come again to KGEC. Once I came in the 2010 was not the last time I visited. I also came one more time to collect some certificate or something. Some work was there. I came in. Yeah, year I don't remember, but I came once more. And given a chance, I would definitely like to come and meet you guys, and all the best to all of you. That's what I would say as my last words, and hope we had a great we had already faced lot of things in 2020 due to COVID and everything, and companies have evolved too much. Earlier, work from home was kind of very difficult, but now, like, people are like, okay, working from home and all. And at the end, I will say, like, yeah, all the best for your future endeavors. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bhaiya. Thank you so much. Again, it's almost 11:55, and as Bhaiya mentioned, if you want to get in touch with him, you can find him on LinkedIn by the name Saurabh Kumar. Saurabh Kumar, that is, and he's also active on Facebook as well. For any other queries that you could not be that could you could not ask in this period of time or comment over here, then you can always message him or even tell us. We can escalate that to Bhaiya. And since this year is coming to an end and we won't be having any more IPC talks in this year, so we'll be meeting through live next year only. So a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all the viewers. Please do stay tuned to our page to know who will be our next guest for the sixth edition of IPC Talks. On this note, I wish everyone a very happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, and yes, keep visiting our page. Thank you, Saurabh, as well.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.